Worldwide parent coach and conscious educator Sue DeCaro is on a mission to revitalize the joy in parenting. Welcome to Conscious Parents, Thriving Kids, a podcast designed to help parents all over the world create deeper connections with themselves and their children while overcoming life's daily parenting challenges. Listen in if you want to bring more laughter, love, and enjoyment to your home life.
Welcome to Conscious Parents, Thriving Kids, a place for all things parenting. I am your host, Sue DeCaro. Patience is not something that I would have defined myself as having in years past. I even struggle with it a little bit today. When my kids were young, I remember always being in a hurry, whether it was to go out somewhere, to get them to bed, to have them complete their homework, to do the dishes, and so on. I was always in a rush. I lived my life in a hurried state, which created an additional level of stress on top of the normal, everyday stressors of being a parent or even being a human being. Have you ever been in a rush to go somewhere and your kids cannot find their backpacks, water bottles, or even their shoes? Perhaps they aren't even dressed when it is time to go to soccer practice or yet a game. I can remember leaving to go somewhere and one of my kids didn't have shoes. We arrived at the location and we actually couldn't go in because she wasn't wearing any shoes. But we had hurried to get there. So this would set me off into a frenzy when my kids were younger. Time was way too important to me, and I was unable to tolerate or accept delay. Normal, everyday, kid-oriented delay. I sometimes yelled and commanded that people get in the car so we could leave and be on time, which was usually always 5 minutes early because that was just who I was. But there was not much compassion in my voice back then, nor my behavior. Of course, this transferred to my children. The more stressed we are as parents, the more they absorb it, and the more tension it causes. It does not help them to get out the door at all, or go to bed, or get their homework done, or go somewhere with their shoes on as opposed to not even in the car. In reality, it causes just the opposite. We are creating much more stress for ourselves as well as for them. We must ask ourselves, why is it so important that we do everything so precisely in accordance to time? If we are a few minutes late, will the world crumble? These situations are twofold. We can work with the time and allow nature to run its course. Perhaps we can help our children find their shoes or help them get dressed, help them get out the door with their backpack, assist them in carrying, and compassion. In this example, one transitions from impatient energy to compassionate energy, helping them, supporting them, assisting them with care and compassion. It shifts the energy. Shifting the energy lessens the stress within us and around and for our children. Secondly, we can account for these situations ahead of time. For example, we can wake up earlier and encourage our children to do the same. If we begin preparations to be ready earlier, then we do not feel the stress of being late or running behind. It is truly important, in my opinion, to discuss the family needs and schedules with our children, depending on their ages and ability to look at times and schedules, so based on their age and stage of development. This empowers them to take part in a plan and gives them some autonomy, still with the end goal of getting out the door, but leaving the drama and stress on the sidelines. What better way to empower our children than to come up with a plan together that works for them and for us? Now, this isn't foolproof. Plans need to change as our children grow. So one plan could work for a week or two, and then we might need to revisit the plan with our children's help. So we do it together, empowering them to be part of a solution, helping to move forward with time. So these are a few of the things that can help reduce our stress and bring about more connection in these times of challenge. It is important to recognize when impatience begins to control situations instead of compassion. Impatience is not helpful in these situations. After I had recognized my own impatience, it had allowed me to be able to approach these situations with a more gentle, helping hand. Compassion and caring took place, realizing that time is truly not of the essence. And so I encourage you to try and see if you can redefine your approach in your household to time, either using the wake up a little bit early approach and prepare things with your children, empowering your children to be part of the solution, or to really be there in a caring, supportive, compassionate way every day in helping your children get ready. When they're teenagers, you will not be doing it in the same way, I promise. So, which works best for you? I would love to hear your thoughts and how you look at time in a different way as you move forward. Thank you for joining me. Remember, every moment is a new moment for conscious connections.
Thanks for listening to Conscious Parents, Thriving Kids. If you like what you heard, please subscribe, rate, and review at iTunes or wherever you listen in. And be sure to visit DeCaroParentCoaching.com for a free download of 10 ways to connect with your child.